Tarte is a mess right now, and it all has to do with this Formula One trip to Miami that happened over this past weekend. I made a video talking about the situation originally, but now things have gotten worse for them. To catch you guys up, influencer Bria posted last Wednesday that she had changed her mind about going with Tarte to Formula One in Miami. They invited her on it, but she felt like she needed to not go anymore because she had gotten the sense that she was going to be getting a different experience compared to her friends.
So I was supposed to be going on a Tarte trip, and I was going to be leaving tomorrow to go to Formula One in Miami, and I decided that I'm not going to go. I've just been really upset today because even before I'm getting to this trip, I'm realizing that I'm not going to be treated like everyone else there. I would love to go on a Tarte trip, and trust me, I'm so grateful, but I have more integrity than to get all the way to Miami and realize that I'm being treated like a second-tier person or like I'm being ranked. It just feels like a sorority situation, and I'm not doing that shit. I don't care if this means that I no longer have a relationship with the Tarte team, but I don't agree with how they're doing this. So the actual race is on Sunday the 7th. I was invited to come out from the 4th to the 6th. But initially in the email, it said something about being front row May 7th at the race. So once I realized my flights didn't align with the actual race, I asked them about it, and they said, oh, don't worry, you'll still get to see like the practice races and stuff. But I have some friends that are going on the trip, and I asked them when they were leaving, and they all said they were leaving Monday, and I was the only one leaving Saturday. So I just feel a little stupid. And I understand that my numbers are not like some of these other creators, but I just wish that there was more transparency up front. And I also, I have a screenshot of what was said at the beginning of our email thread. So I guess I misunderstood. But either way, I know that Cynthia had a similar experience, and I just don't like that this is happening to people who want to be a part of these Tarte trips. And personally, I don't get why, if they're going to do these trips, they don't just treat everyone the same. I have worked too hard to get to where I am today, and I will be damned as a Black creator if I accept anything other than equal treatment on these trips. And yes, Tarte can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Yes, they can. But I don't have to accept.
Maureen, the founder and CEO of Tarte, came out with a response basically saying all the girls would be getting the same schedule of one day at the race, one dinner, and one club experience. And she didn't know that the days of Formula One were really that different of an experience from each other.
And this weekend, we're going to F1, and I wasn't thinking about what's going on at the track. I was just thinking, how can we get the most people to just have this fabulous experience? So we made a plan for everyone to have one day at the racetrack, one really nice dinner, and one really fun night at the club. So everybody was coming for the same amount of time, and I was really excited to hang out with so many, really cool creators. And every day had a mix of big creators and up and coming creators, and nothing was decided based on the follower count. I mean, I wish I had the amount of followers that these creators had. And I thought we were gonna hang out at the VIP cabanas and really just enjoy that weekend. But it turns out that people really wanted to go to, that Sunday race. It was important to them. And I realized that the things that were important to me are maybe not important to everybody else. So the team and I quickly adjusted. We got a ton of extra tickets, and so everybody can go to whichever day that they want.
People have since come out and criticized Maureen for how casual this response was.
Maureen, thank you so much for that toxic positivity LinkedIn post that you just gave us there. The fact that you responded to Bria crying over feeling undervalued, less than, because of what she looked like, the color of her skin. You couldn't even acknowledge the color of her skin. You couldn't even call her out by name and apologize to her publicly. You responded to a crying video about a girl feeling undervalued and less than with a makeup tutorial. Do you know how tone deaf that sounds?
You're telling me that you're the CEO of a company, and the most appropriate way that you can think to address another racism allegation against your company is to pick up a curling wand and to do your contour. You don't take this seriously. No, that's cool. You don't take it seriously. That's all right.
People are even out there recreating her response video to Bria.
I woke up this morning a little bummed. So we invited influencers from all across the country to have dinner with us at a Michelin star restaurant. And creators with 15 million or more followers were given a table in the restaurant. Those with less were given a meal voucher for a local McDonald's. The smaller creators had the opportunity to go in the kitchen and see the meals being made for the larger creators, but they seem to really not appreciate this very much. It seems like we really missed the mark on this one and the last four, but I'm not really sure where, because I feel like they should just be happy they were even invited. But we promise we'll do better. But I won't apologize, but we'll do better.
Tarte ended up inviting other creators to join the trip last minute, 2 of which have found themselves getting called out for accepting the offer. The account Specs in Blazers ended up getting invited on the trip, and she actually spoke out about the situation with what happened to Bria. She ended up getting hated on for her take and for supporting Tarte still, despite Bria saying the brand made her feel less than.
Get ready with me to go spend the weekend in Miami with Tarte and Maureen and all the girls who I love dearly. This all happened within the last few hours, and I'm going to tell you how it happened and the lessons we all can learn from this as an influencer. Tarte has, it's funny, I didn't do that on purpose, but this is their brush. They've been through a lot this last week, and they've been getting called out left and right. And I just happened to see one of the videos of one of the girls complaining about it and another girl stitching it and saying, you know what? I was put in a room smaller than a toilet, and I just took it for what it was, and I was happy with what they gave me, and I'm not gonna complain. And I wrote under the comment, half glass full will get you very far in life. Back in the day, we were just happy to be invited anywhere. And I thought, wait, I know all the girls who work for Tarte on a personal level. Like, it's stupid of me not to at least check up on them and see how they're doing, because I know they're not racist, and I know they're so sweet to me, and they've always treated me well. And so I said, hey, just checking in on you guys. I hope everything is okay. Like, you know, I know back in the day, we were just happy to get invited to something. And she's like, can you call me? I said, yeah, sure. We got on the phone. I was just sitting in my car, like, getting ready to take a meeting on the phone. And she goes, can you get on the plane right now and come to Miami? I said, huh? She's like, Nikki, Specs and Blazers, come on. Get on the plane right now and come to Miami. I called my assistant. I said, you're going to get on the plane right now and come to Miami? She's like, huh? I was like, yeah, we're going to Miami. Listen, there is absolutely nothing wrong with calling brands out. I'm the queen of it. I built a whole brand around calling brands out. That is actually literally my brand. But what I do, calling brands out publicly and still getting campaigns out of brands every single time, it's an art. It's a talent to cause that much chaos and come out unscathed every single time. Moral of the story is this. If you didn't start your brand calling out brands, don't start halfway through your career. It will ruin your career. Consult with a person, a mentor, a lawyer, a parent before you put that camera in front of your face. Consult with someone. Don't let people make you do stupid decisions and egg you on and cheer you on. Because I read the contract Tarte sent to me. And I pray those girls don't get sued. I read those contracts. Don't breach an NDA ever. Don't breach a contract unless you have don't sign contracts unless you have a really strong lawyer. And more importantly, know your strength. You're not Specs and Blazers. You can't do what I do.
And same with another creator, Fanita. She said that she received an invite from Tarte, and immediately after sharing that she accepted and was on her way to Miami, she received backlash for going on the trip, despite Bria having said how Tarte made her feel.
So Tarte called me up yesterday and was like, hey, you want to fly out to Miami tonight? I said, hell.
This was a beautiful move by Tarte's PR team. I'm not supporting them. Don't get crazy. People have come out and said that they feel like Fanita was invited to fill a diversity quota, but it goes so much deeper than that. Because what better way to overshadow a Black creator coming out and saying that she was treated unfairly by inviting another Black creator, Fanita, who was just treated unfairly by Pyrex, and having her film her journey on the way there, flying out first class, showing her room, showing all the goodies she got. Now all the people who were supporting Fanita, right, through the whole Pyrex situation, and who may not technically know Tarte as a brand, now there's a spotlight on them and they have eyes on them that they wouldn't normally have before, because makeup is not particularly Fanita's niche. But black people are like, oh my God, look how they treated her, and she's a black creator. They treated her amazingly. This is how we're supposed to get treated, yada yada. Now you want to go support them. Meanwhile, it's just a whole thing to cover up the fact that they treated the first black creator badly.
And she later ended up speaking about Bria and the whole situation on a live that she did.
I didn't feel weird being invited last. Well, also, like, y'all, I'm an influencer. A lot happens last minute. So like me being invited last minute, I didn't really think too much into this because a lot of shit happens last minute. Yo, if Bria misspoke about a situation, what does that have to do with me? What does it have to do with me? That has absolutely nothing to do with me. She jumped the gun on a situation that she didn't even ask about. She didn't ask anybody about what was said on the email before she made the video. And that's why she took it down, deactivated her account, she threw the rock and hit her hand. And now all of us are faking backlash just for being here. Why didn't I help her do what? I didn't know her. Like, what? What are y'all actually talking about? Y'all being serious? What would I help her do? I don't know her. The thing is people are like, why are you on here talking about it? Because y'all made it my problem. Y'all made it my problem. I didn't say I just showed y'all the hotel room.
Bria ended up posting a response to the whole situation after going silent on social media after she posted about feeling like Tarte was not giving her the same experience as other girls. She basically went on her Instagram story and posted a TikTok saying that it was a miscommunication with Tarte and she's spoken with them and she's going to be taking a social media break now.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on really quick and say thank you for your messages. I wanted to update you that I've been in contact with Marine and the Tarte team, and we are very much so on the same page with everything. There was miscommunication on both ends, and I recognize my mistake in responding so quickly and publicly, but Tarte has done a great job of working through the situation with me. So I know we're both glad to be moving forward in a positive way. For my mental health, I'll be taking a break from TikTok. That is why I deactivated my account, but I'm looking forward to, just getting in a better place and reconnecting with you guys soon.
But people felt like Bria was giving a very PR response and felt like that's not really how she felt, and they were speculating whether or not she was forced to say that, if she had been threatened with a lawsuit of making Tarte look bad. There were a lot of theories going around, but people just were not convinced that she really thought that this was a miscommunication. And because people felt like this wasn't a miscommunication and that this was something very purposeful done by Tarte, it turned into a very big situation. And the two girls that I talked about earlier that went to Formula One that had talked about Bria were getting just so much hate.
Like, Bria literally posted a video saying that her and Tarte had a misunderstanding and she made a mistake. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Yeah, I think it just comes down to people just been wanting to see me fall. Like, people just been wanting to find a reason to hate me. But there's literally no reason to hate me because this situation has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Nikkei talked about the fact that her parents' house address was getting leaked onto the internet.
I normally block about 100 people a day, but today I've had to block over 4,000 people. If you guys know what we know, you won't be acting like this. You really won't. And maybe in about 2 weeks, it will all make sense to you guys. And you guys will come back and apologize to myself and all the black girls you're bullying. Trust me. Because we know what you don't know.
The comments were just ripping her up for everything that she was saying. And people made tons of TikToks responding to her, telling her that she was very wrong for her takes that she had on Bria and the whole Tarte situation. And all of her TikToks have now been deleted. Anything that she posted talking about Tarte, she took down. But she did leave up her Instagram stories where she said this.
Hi from Tarte. It's Rex and Blazers in.
Yes. Hi, I'm Fanita.
Yes. Anel here.
I just want to say sorry that I'm living my best life.
She also added onto her stories, the real truth about Bria Jones and Tarte coming soon. Fanita is coming out. Get ready. This vitriol has been all based on lies, and we have the go-ahead to publicly tell the truth. After 6 hours locked up in a room negotiating, the truth is coming out in a few minutes. Thank you, God, and to her for deciding to tell the truth. She also posted a photo of Jussie Smollett on her Instagram story and said, I remember when the story came out and I immediately called it as a lie, and the truth finally came out. At Hey Bria Jones, and everyone internally knows what she did, and hopefully the truth reveals itself. Amen. So obviously her talking about the truth coming out is her anticipating Bria posting what she ended up posting on Instagram, talking about this whole miscommunication with Tarte. And I think that she thought that with Bria coming out and making that post saying that it was her bad, it was a miscommunication, she definitely thought that her posting that was not going to get her hate for going on this Tarte trip, but she got a lot of backlash for still going on this trip and for talking about Bria. There's just been so much drama surrounding this trip, and Tarte hasn't really been posting much from it on their socials like they were in Turks and Caicos, and I'm not sure if it's because of this drama specifically or if it's because there's also drama with people being mad that there are influencers at Formula One. That's a whole other situation that's also going on. There's so many people that are like, why is Tarte there? People just feel like influencers shouldn't be invited to Formula One, and if there are going to be influencers invited, they should be like F1 influencers instead of people who couldn't care less about the race. Under the content that the influencers on the Tarte trip have made, people have said things like, I'm so mad, like, why Tarte? They come just to take pictures and to film Get Ready With Me. They don't know anything about it and don't care about it. They sitting so close to the track, yet they are on their phones. A waste of tickets, honestly. Do they know anything about F1? Anything technical? I don't understand how is Tarte related to F1, like it's makeup though. Why, honestly, just why? There's so many F1 content creators educating people on the sport that should be there. And some of the girls invited have been receiving comments asking about how much they know about things like name 4 drivers, 2 principals, and what happened in Melbourne. And the content creator on the Tarte trip said, just because I don't know everything about something doesn't mean I can't enjoy it when I get the opportunity to go. This whole thing has just turned into a whole situation, and I feel like it'll be a little while before Tarte decides to do another trip. That is, unless they don't already have one planned and paid for so soon. But with the way that things are looking for them right now, it's probably best that they put that on pause if they can. People are just not happy with what they've seen from both the brand and the influencers that have been invited on this F1 trip, and maybe they should just lay low for a second. I also want to add that Maureen has now come out and actually addressed this whole situation again, and she posted this onto her TikTok.
I wanted to address a mistake that I made recently. I take full responsibility for a TikTok video that I posted responding to claims by a respected and valued Tarte creator. It was about a recent Tarte event that was meant to be informative and conversational from me, but it definitely missed the mark. My choosing a lighthearted approach to a topic that deserved a serious response was definitely a wrong approach. I should have used this as an opportunity to address the unequal treatment of Black creators within beauty creator programs. My post came across as me not taking the issue seriously, and I'm really sorry for that. As the founder and CEO of Tarte, I acknowledge that we have fallen short in matters of diversity, inclusion, and equity in the past. I want to ensure everyone that I have heard you. And starting now, we will be taking the following steps. We're reviewing our creator program and just making sure that it's inclusive and equitable. And we'll be updating it regularly to make sure we reflect changes that happen within the beauty influencer market. We'll take immediate action whenever we find inequalities or errors within our program. We're focused on fostering a culture of trust and transparency. Our creators are informed and empowered and can make the best decisions for their content and for their followers. We're also going to be more transparent about how we work with our creators, including how we choose them. I think that's not only going to just help the creators, but trust amongst the industry as a whole. As the CEO, it's my responsibility to make sure everyone's voices are heard and respected, and I failed to do that in this instance, and I'm so sorry.
I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling about Tarte, this trip, and the influencers, and all of the comments that they've received. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.